Hello everyone, I'm Blinker Pete and welcome back to another video. Now today I have something very special for you. I decided to change it up, and instead of doing Roblox today I'm going to be doing Minecraft, and I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own redstone wave machine using minecarts. Now isn't that satisfying? So before we get stuck into how to make one, I just want to ask you guys to subscribe because we're halfway to monetization and I really think that we can get there within the next few months. So your subscription would really help me out. So to start off with this video, the basic idea of a wave machine is using slime blocks and an entity such as minecarts to make a wave pattern. This one that I've built is a corner to corner one, not a side to side one. And I want to show you this one because it's a little bit trickier than doing just a side to side one. With this one, you sort of have to design your redstone repeaters in like a comb pattern. This looks quite elaborate, but in reality it's really simple. This was my very first one that I built, so not as compact as it could be. There's a lot of unnecessary redstone that I put down. But yeah, it looks pretty cool from the inside, and it gives a great effect with the holes that I put in the stone on top, making it look like the minecarts are coming out of nowhere. There's no real way to like add blocks to make it look like you're in the ocean or anything, because finding an entity that works well with bouncing and not moving is a bit tricky that looks blue to make like a actual like blue colored wave. So I stuck with the gray color scheme. Another thing about the waves in general is that you want to have your repeaters. If you want the curve of the wave, like this, how sharp the wave, each wave is, then you want to make the delay longer between each piston. If you make the delay really short, then it'll look more like a blanket. So in here, I've got a system that will constantly, well not constantly, but I'm using command blocks to keep the weather to clear and the time to day, so I never have to do that manually myself. I could have done daytime, like have no daylight cycle and have no weather, but I forgot to do that at the start, so I just stayed in the world and did this. So this one here has a very short delay between each piston, so it looks like a blanket, but it still looks really cool. And it looks more like a blanket because I've made it more compact. This has zero redstone dust in it at all whatsoever. It is primarily, well not primarily, it is completely made out of repeaters. What you want to be careful of is not to bump any minecarts, because that'll really annoy you. So I've sped this up to 2 times speed to show you guys what it looks like with the delay. So that was the fastest delay, and you could see it was quite a flat curve there. This one is a little bit more. You can see that the front end hit the ground before the back end lifted up, and then this one did the same thing but a bit more noticeable. And this is the maximum delay. Well, not the maximum, you can make it more delayed, but that's the maximum while trying to be efficient with materials. So yeah, that's the biggest curve you can have, and that's sort of that could be the design that I would use to do the more compact version, but I haven't. The more compact version, like I said, uses just repeaters. Doing the compact version is a little bit trickier in terms of redstone compared to the more spread out version. But yeah, with repeaters, to do the more compact version, you must, because of what I just showed you just there, if a redstone repeater goes into a piston and then you try and repeat the signal again using the piston to continue the signal, it won't work. You have to have a solid block for it to go through. So if I put a repeater behind the stone, it can still send the signal through to the piston will activate. So you must keep that in mind when using just repeaters. If you're using redstone, like the less compact one that I showed you at the start of the video, that one uses redstone because you can keep looping the signal around, but it just costs a little bit more redstone. When you mine for redstone, normally a redstone block will drop a few redstone, so that's pretty helpful. So now I'm going to show you how to build a compact one and an expanded one, and show you all the steps in how to make it. So a more compact one, you want to start off by laying down a pattern like this, having a 1 block space between each block, and making sure that you have solid blocks as the foundation for the design. For this one, you need a 2 block space apart. This is for the less compact version. I'm going for a 4x4. My ones are a 10x10, and which take a fair bit longer. But yeah, I sped this to 2 times speed, so it should take a bit less time than it really does. So if you want to place the repeaters like this and in a comb pattern, so you have one going along the back like the spine of the comb, and then you want to string off the repeaters along toward the outside. This means that the delay will spread nicely and go from corner to corner. If you fiddle around yourself, you can probably figure out why that is. Yeah, it does a nice corner to corner. I'm also going to be showing you how to do side to side at the end of the video, like further to the end. If you want to skip to that, you can. But this is how to do corner to corner. So you just want to, if you want, remember what I said, if you want the angle of the wave to be sharp, like the curve of it to be sharp, do all the delays of the repeaters to maximum, like I've just shown you. Then put slime blocks on all your pistons and then put rails down. The trickiest part of this entire build is breaking the rail underneath the minecart without disturbing the minecart. So what I do is I line up my mouse right next to, like right where it needs to be, and then just go to the left or to the right and just swipe across, which makes it quite a fair bit easier. It's also tricky avoiding not getting in the minecart and not breaking the minecart when you're trying to break the rail, because there's only a little sliver of space that you need to break to put the minecart down successfully. When you have the minecart on the rail, on the slime, the piston will push up and then go back down, and it will just pull the minecart with it and not let it bounce. Another thing you need to note when building this is in Bedrock Edition Minecraft, when the pistons push the minecart up, it'll bounce again off the slime as if it were a person. But in Java Edition, which is what I'm playing on, it doesn't bounce on slime, but it can be launched up by the slime. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. So if you're watching this and you're going, hey, why isn't it working like the guy showed me? It's probably because you're in Bedrock, and that would provide you with unnecessary bounciness, and you might have to change your delays in your repeater. So yeah, that's I've just done one button for both. So yeah, that is how you can build your own wave machine. That is like a sky view of both my wave machines together. Now I'm going to show you how to make a side-to-side wave machine. So with this one, you literally just need to start the redstone signal equally among the first row and then comb it along the back. If you want to have some weird band in the middle, just change the delay for the 2 middle ones or the few middle ones, and you can make some weird wave. It's all about the very first delays in the comb. All the ones at the end don't matter, they can just be the same. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please join my Discord in the description, and please subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.